Hello everyone, Counterspell Hater here, back with another EDH guide. We are done with the margins and like most of the stuff with uh Kamigon Neon Dynasty Commander. At least I think, could be wrong. But for now, we are gonna take a throwback since we're done with the margin cycle. So today we are taking a look at Firesong and Sunspeaker, a personal favorite of most people. You know the deal with this commander. If you haven't seen it, take a few minutes to pause the video right now and read. Anyways, we're going to get right to it. Star of Extinction. This could just pull us all ahead. Actually, you know what? So most of my Reddit instances, sorcery, my stuff that deals damage that I have in here for this guide, either triples it or it's just like massive board wipe to gain a whole bunch of life. You can do this. You can build this deck this way if you want, but you don't have to. You can use some of the cards, all the cards, none of them. It's your choice. So, Star of Extinction, Blasphemous Act, Reckless Endeavor to start off are all like red board wipe effects. Blasphemous Act not being all that costly. Star of Extinction able to propel you real far into the game. Reckless Endeavor here to also get us like some mana in case some of our creatures die, so we can recover in the process of us board wiping. But if we use something like Star of Extinction, or if we roll a 12 on Reckless Endeavor and we deal 12 damage to each creature, well, with these having lifelink, we're going to get a lot of life. Fire Emancipation to deal triple damage. Sunbird's Invocation, so we can cast even more spells and save it for even more mana. Soulfire Eruption to just do a lot of damage outright. Volcanic Vision, once again, a lot of damage, and allow us to play another one of our red board wipes or massive deal of damage effects. Jaya's Immolating Inferno, not a board wipe necessarily, but can deal with like, well, could end up killing like 3 people, or it can be used for like 3 things that are annoying you, like an R set, or like Planeswalker, or like a creature or something like Windborn Users, or Seedborn Muse. Fireball to possibly kill everyone and everything. Of course, having Strive, this may be a little bit difficult. Fanning the Flames, great card in this deck because of buyback, honestly. Help you take out one thing at a time and gain out a lot of life from it. Banefire, great way to guarantee someone possibly dies. Considering that if you pump 5 or more into X, then this spell cannot be countered. Volcanic Torrent, since we're casting so many spells, and because of Cascade. Devil's Play, because we can do this once for like X and red, and then for flashback, we do X and triple red. So, and then Bonfire of the Damned for like, you know, in the card, like literally a miracle, like if we need it. Storm's Wrath, because it's a nice, cheap 4 damage to everything that isn't a player and that can take damage. Shatter Skull, the Hammer Pass, and Shatter Skull Smashing. You're gonna be casting Shatter Skull Smashing, but if need be, cast the other side. Torlath, God of Fury, we're definitely casting that side, not Torlath's Hammer. Earthquake, to deal with non-flyers, because that's what we're dealing with most of the time, ground forces. But if it doesn't hit the forces in the air, if it doesn't hit like some like air heavy players, so like a blue-white flyers deck, then this could possibly also kill people too within the game. Double Vision to make our stuff even more effective. Mystic's Mastery to just go out of our way and just go nuts with the life gain and damage. Immolating Gyre to do the same thing. Impact Resonance, an amazing card, and could definitely end up just so essentially like a repeat of a board wipe, except for way cheaper. Freckle with Power, pretty effective board wipe if you have a lot of mana. And like if you're able to pump enough into the triple X cost, then this could be very effective. It's effective anyways because the damage it deals is multiplied by 5 as a trade-off for having to pay triple X. Chandra Blaze, since we're using red instance, so now we get into like synergies. So the Machus Lorehold, I did a video on this guy. Go check that one out. But this guy's just here to help us cast like some instants and sorceries to deal damage or do whatever in a hurry. Hammer's Archives to double up the life we gain. Well of Lost Dreams to draw cards as a result of gaining life. Light of Promise to buff up a creature to beyond belief. Johnny's Strength of the Pride to just outright wipe someone out. Elspeth Knight Errant to give our stuff indestructible. That way we don't wipe ourselves out with our red board wipes. Etherflux Reservoir as a win condition entirely, because all you gotta do to win really is you play Firesong and Sunspeaker. Is you have this out, you have out Firesong and Sunspeaker. Then you play Star of Extinction. You gain a ridiculous amounts of life, and then most likely, with the amount of life you have, since your opponents are not dead, you blast them in the face for 50 each, because you're going to gain more than 50 life. Definitely. Boon Reflection to double up the life we gain once again. Nykthos Paragon to buff up our army by a whole bunch. Now, Ryan, Counterspell hater, you don't have an army. Not yet. We're not getting the cards yet that have army making effects, but this is for when we do get into those cards, which we will in minutes. Nykthos Paragon, though, still pretty good. Like, you play Star of Extinction. And like if you play Star Extinction on like some turn and you are able to give all your stuff indestructible, suddenly your board is bumped up by a lot. Rock's Faithbender to once again double up the life we gain. Felidor Sovereign as an absolute win condition. Johnny calls the Color of the Pride to give us an army in a hurry with his -8. Storm Herd to do it again, but probably even faster considering it's going to take time to ult a Johnny. Deploy to the front in case there's like a player who's building faster than we are, which there might be. White Sun Zenith, something to fall back on since this will be shuffled back into our library when we cast it. Monastery Mentor to create us an army. Darian, King of Geldor, I had no idea. Great creature to fall back on, considering we'll be getting so much life and we can take all of this damage. And as long as it's not infect, of course, but we can take all this damage. And then if we've survived, which most likely with the amount of damage we're dealing with the red board wipes, we will survive. And thanks to surviving all that damage, we're going to get an army real quick. I'm thinking about even doing a commander on that. If you want to see that, let me know by being the first to comment on this episode. Crested Sunmare to build us an army of like horses, not very fast, but definitely an effective army. Yeah, and since we're gaining life, Resplendent Angel to create an an army, once again, not in a hurry, but it's in the air still. And they have vigilance, so we can fall back on something. Runaway Seamkin, since we're casting red spells. Sword of Feast and Famine to hell with mana. Trailblazer's Boots, you know the deal. Lithoform Engine to copy our instants. And maybe some other stuff. And have the Eternal, since we're dealing damage quite possibly to our opponent's face. Probably most of the time since we're red. So this is to help us with mana. Young Pyromancer to help us also create an army. Spine Rock Knoll, you know the deal, since we're red. Myriad Landscape, Isolated Watchtower. Oh, and I think I forgot. Yeah, I forgot the plains. Oh, well, so let's see. 7. Probably could have done Nithos Shrine to next just to add a whole bunch of mana. So then 46. So 23 basic mountains, 23 basic plains is probably what you would have had. But you don't have to have that. You don't have to have that in this deck because this is a guide to get you going in the right direction, not to tell you exactly how to build something. Anyways, that is it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe. We are at 19. If we get to 20 subscribers, obviously we do 20 sub special. I'm excited for that. And also please like. Oh, and don't forget to comment and be the first to comment. Because then you can, suggest a commander and I will uphold my end of the bargain and dedicate a future episode to it. And but comment anyways. Just because I like feedback, honestly. I like to see what you guys think of my videos. And don't forget to share this video with others you may or may not know of. And go watch my other videos and hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss any more of this content. Anyways, that's gonna be it. And I will see you next time. And remember, no future spell.